This is SonicPAJ doing his own opinion on the upcoming Project Needlemouse. Now, what is Project Needlemouse? Some of you might ask. Well, you've probably typed in something about Sonic the Hedgehog or Project Needlemouse itself. Well, Project Needlemouse. Well, Needlemouse. They were originally going to call Sonic Mr. Needlemouse, because, you know, a hedgehog is like a mouse with needles on the back. Ha, ha, ha. Well, there are some things I want to happen in this game. First of all, I want these robots to be epic. Like the E-Series robots. Those were cool looking robots. I never played Sonic the Hedgehog Next Gen, but I saw footage of those robots. Those look cool. They look like a revamped version of the SWAT bots from the old Sonic cartoons. What else is there? Oh yeah, maybe you can actually have SWAT bots in them. They had a video game version of the SWAT bots in Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood. E2000s, those were cool. Okay, that's not the point. The main thing is, I know it's going to be 2D, and a lot of fans out there are glad about that. But I bought Sonic, well, my mom got me Sonic Unleashed for my birthday a while back, a few years ago. I think it was last year. And what happened was that I knew there was going to be a werehog, and I knew that wasn't going to be fun. But I knew the 3D Sonic stages were going to be great. And I was waiting for that for such a long time, and I'm still satisfied with the game I have. Reason being that, you know those werehog stages? I have this friend who actually liked it. So I had him play all those stages while I played the Sonic 3D stages. Unfortunately, the ratio of differentiality from the werehog level design from the actual Sonic level design, the werehog had more level differentiality. Meaning the werehog took up most of the game. But the thing is, I know there's a whole bunch of 2D fans out there. Yeah, most of the Sonic modern games that are like 2D have gotten really great ratings. Like, look at Sonic Advance, Sonic Rush Adventure. Those got all good ratings because they were like 2D or 2.5D. 2.5D is like it's 3D model side scroller. The thing is, in Sonic Unleashed, I think they finally perfected the whole 3D game. But now they're just putting it back to 2D. But, you know, I've read a lot of videos now. It seems like the fans have now realized what the Sonic cycle is, and now they're not going to decide to get even excited anymore, which maybe that'll make fans less stressed out if it's not as bad. But either way, I hope it's for Wii. I don't have an Xbox 360 or PS3, and I've heard this is going to be in HD, so it might not come out for Wii. I hope it really does, though. But if it doesn't, you may remember during Sonic Next Gen, they came out with Sonic and the Secret Rings for Wii, which actually got better ratings, but I'm not exactly so enthusiastic about that game because he didn't really fight Dr. Robotnik. But there was some stuff in that game that's pretty cool, like where you go like super fast. That's not the point. You can constantly go that even faster speed in Sonic Unleashed. Well, alright, here's another thing. Dr. Robotnik, the main antagonist of the Sonic series. You may notice in the last few games and TV shows, he's been calling himself and Sonic calling him Dr. Eggman. Now, I know Eggman is the original Japanese name, and if you look at the term Robotnik, it actually technically means slave. But Robotnik just sounds cooler, sounds actually like an evil genius. What else? Oh yeah. I sort of want him to get a new voice actor from what he's had in the games and TV shows lately. Like back in the 90s, I just played it back then. I never heard Dr. Robotnik's voice except for like in 1 or 2 TV shows. I didn't even have TV back then, so it was so hard to get a voice of Dr. Robotnik or Sonic. But a few years ago, I got the DVD of Sonic the Hedgehog, Yeah, the 1993 through 1994 Saturday AM cartoon. And unlike the other incarnations of Dr. Robotnik, that one is totally evil. He's voiced by Jim Cummings, who still voices a whole bunch of voices. If you know a lot about video games, you might have played the Army Man games. He's the same guy who played Plastro. It's basically the same voice, but imagine it like spoken into like a giant, what's that word? Acoustic room. Yeah, because like there's a whole bunch of, it sort of minorly echoes when he talks in that creepy voice. So like back then, Dr. Robotnik was considered more evil than he is now because he didn't even have a voice, and his machines were like more epic. And there was more of the roboticizing stuff. Yeah, that was a big issue, turning animals and anthropomorphic people animals into robots. Yeah. Although they did mention roboticizing in Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood. So, yeah. There's a lot of reference to that back then. So, oh, another thing. Do not have Dr. Robotnik get betrayed or overrun by another one of his helpers or robots. Have him be the final boss, and you're supersonic or something. I'm totally sick of Dr. Robotnik getting overrun. He is like my favorite villain of all time. And I'm sick. Wait, I just said that. Either way, you get my point. As Dr. Robotnik used to gasp that way, or breathe. So, I think you get my point there. Oh yeah, and if he's not going to be Dr. Robotnik as some parts of the boss, remember in Sonic 3, you used to fight, like, at the end of a stage, some super robot he created, and or Metal slash Silver slash Mecha Sonic. Silver, not in Silver the Hedgehog, who I think could possibly be a descendant of Sonic the Hedgehog. Either way, I mean Silver Sonic, who is like the boss right before the final boss on Sonic 2. Yeah. So, that's basically it. This is SonicPAJ signing off.